All right, all right. Let me go ahead and get us all started up and we can get it popping. What's going on, family? Hopefully, you guys are having an amazing, amazing evening. Let me see here. Let's get it going. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, it's about to be wild. All right. Let me go ahead and get us all locked in. And let's get that out the way. And boom, we got action. All right, family, what's going on? Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Look, I warned y'all. I warned y'all. I warned y'all. I warned y'all. Does anybody know? Let me get my chair up. There we go. Does anybody know what happened yesterday? Okay, I want to see something. I want to see like what was the thing yesterday that had you guys' attention the most yesterday? Okay, I just want to see something real quick. I just want to see something real quick. All right. Let me know in the chat what had you guys' information the most. Okay, I had you guys' attention the most. My kids, I feel you, Pete, for sure. On that one. Let me see here. It says drop, manipulation, DCA, the fake out. Okay, okay. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, bet. Let me go ahead. Boom. Get us over here. And quick refresh of CoinGecko.com. Bitcoin hanging out at 44,000. Ethereum at around 2,200. We got Tether at $1. We got BNB at 320. Solana hanging out at 103. And XRP down at 58 cents, below that 60-cent mark. So that's definitely some love right there. Looking at some of the top gainers for the last 24 hours. We got Beam. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Celestia. Aptos. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. All right, we got Woo Network, Injective, Osmosis, Fetch AI, Caspa, Rose, How Convenient. And I told you guys Rose was going to see a little bit of a jump, though. Big Get's been going crazy. We got Bitsor, and we're not going for none of that. All right, so market's been doing pretty well today for the most part. Beam's been on an absolute tear for the last 24 hours. So yeah, let me see here. See, I'm a little quiet. Let me see. Am I? Let me move this around a little bit. Maybe I am. I don't know. Let me get it positioned where we need it at. Because sometimes I'm sitting too close to the desk. Sometimes I'm sitting too far from the desk. So we'll see. Hopefully that's better. All right. Is all good? Okay, cool. And it's Storm Shaw, so he probably got his volume on like 3. And he's just like, Kurt, speak up. I can't hear you. My volume's on 1. You're going to have to talk louder. Yeah, no, it is. It's always gonna be louder if I'm just like right up on it. But yeah, I'm not gonna be like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, today the charts are looking real good. Like y'all don't want to smell my breath. I'm certain. All right, it was a cheesecake. I had a cheesecake. All right, so let's see here. This is very white style. Come on, I need that. No, we not. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. All right, what's going on? I didn't even say hi to everybody. Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing today? I just came in, jumped right into the sauce. Warriors for you, so she's some old baby. You too silly. All right. Let me see here. What's going on, fam? Y'all are hilarious, man. Says we want Dot Night Barry White style. Right. Come here like doom 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 with the candle in my hand and like some chocolates in the other one. Like, yeah. What you came to see. All right. All right. Let me stop. Y'all be having me see how fast we just squirreled off? Okay. Anyway, jeez. Trying to come here and get y'all the sauce. Remember when I told y'all 2024 is gonna be the year of distractions, right? You remember when I said that? Okay. I remember. Yeah. We are literally, what is this? We are literally 4 days in. Okay? We are 4 days in. I just want to see if I can show y'all this. Let me see if I can pull this up for y'all on my other screen. Give me 1 second. Man. me see something here. Because right now, when I tell you it's been like 4 days in, and I've seen all the Jada Pickett memes. I've seen all the memes from some lady that got out of prison and got remarried. I've seen all the memes from Trump. Like yesterday, Cat Williams did some stuff with Shannon Sharp. Oh my God! I'm like, dog. This thing has been all over the internet, and I'm telling y'all, this is just the start. This is just the start of this year. Okay. Oh, we got Mike in the building. Let's go. All right. So I'm telling you guys now, like, be very mindful of what's going on. All right. Be very, very mindful of what's going on. Like this stuff right now it's about to get wild. Yeah, cat wild. It was wild. Like dog. Like it when I logged in on my IG, it was everywhere. It was everywhere. I'm like, what is going on with this? Shannon Sharp did what? And I'm looking at this interview. I'm like, oh my God, they got Cat Williams on. And Cat Williams don't do interviews, so I knew it was gonna be some mess. But that's what I'm telling you guys. Like, this is the year of distractions. Like, you don't believe me, just be prepared. It's coming. It's gonna get way deeper than what you're seeing now. All right. You see, we got Mike coming in from another galaxy. He has the light of a star bouncing off his cheek. All right. He's
How we doing?
Let's see here. There we go. There we go. Now we got action.
What's good, everybody?
What's up? What's up? What's up? See
Oh man,
here. All right. He says, is it cold in Florida? I know he got the beanie on, like it's snowing or something. Like, I can
uh,
give you some real. It's 29 degrees in Detroit right now.
yeah, I don't know why you live there, but
Because I
yeah,
love Michigan. Let's go.
yeah. If y'all lose, you better move though.
Oh, see. Now there we go. There we go. This is gonna be a good game though. I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's gonna be fire. Hopefully it's fire. All right, so I was just talking to the squad about how it's already been filled with distractions. This dude has paid so much money for advertisement. Like, I know he's scamming. So we got we got so much information already going on. Like, I was on Twitter and everybody's like, not there's nothing else going on Twitter outside of ETF. Like, and I want to ask this question, Mike. You can give me your opinion on this as well, because I really want to know how everybody feels about this. We've watched the Fed do everything in their power to calm down the U.S. dollar and get it into an area where it's much more manageable and things are, are pretty much in their wheelhouse to handle it the best way they see fit, right? And inside of watching the Fed, raise interest rates and do their thing, I've noticed something that is very important that normally happens in other corrections for the US dollar. Normally when we see the market kind of doing this situation with the dollar, laws change for banks. Right? Like, some of they kind of get popped on the hand. You know, when you was a kid, you get in trouble and your parents like tap the back of your hand, like, don't do that anymore. Like, you would get that, like the government would do that with the banks, like, you guys can't do that anymore, cut that out, stop that. We're not seeing any of that. We're not seeing any of that right now. And I'm like, dude, we just went through one of the wildest financial situations. Like, banks were literally collapsing week after week.
Yeah.
And we just let that go. Like, nobody had nothing else to say about it. We just kind of rolled over and kept snoring, like, yeah, whatever, no big deal. Like, bruh, no laws changed. Nothing new has happened when it comes to how banks do business, anything of the sort, right? So my question is, does anybody believe that we're gonna just see a brand, like the bank's gonna turn over a whole new leaf, right? They're gonna they're gonna be so much more reputable in how they work with everybody and how things are moving, right? Right. So do you guys believe the banks are gonna turn over a new leaf and gonna just do way better business moving forward, right? No, wait. What do you mean? What do you mean? No. What do you mean? No. Says they will try. I don't know. Says they've never really tried. Like, we're pretty much on the schedule when this stuff happens, right? Abel says yes, and here come the tears, Abel. All right, so we got a scenario in front of us where I don't believe the banks are going to change their ways. I don't. I don't believe the banks are going to change their ways. And I believe we're going to get the money printers cut back on, because if we go over here to this SPX, I really want you guys to see this. We're in a scenario right now where the market, let me move this out the way so you guys can see. The market corrected. All right, we had a nice little correction, and then we saw the market rally right back like nothing ever happened, right? COVID took place, we printed trillions of dollars, and then the market started to rally back up in an economy that had done nothing to change, nothing to fix itself, nothing to allow it to actually grow into a better place. Nothing has put us in the dollar's so much more healthy because these things are in place now. None of that. So I'm telling you right now, we're not out of the woods with our financial situation. Like, our traditional legacy system that we run is still broken, if not even more so. All right. Hey, Slop, what's going on? I got your favorite gear on, man. You see the vibes. All right. Welcome to the Thursday Nerd Out Hour. The Nerd Hour with Kurt and Mike. We want to come in here and give you guys all the extra sauce. If you're brand new, it's going to be a lot more extensive than it normally is. Just want to make sure you guys are feeling that. So you come for the sauce, you stay for the vibes. Just want to make sure you guys are understanding what we're doing over here on every Thursday. So don't feel out of place. If you're like, I can't even spell Fibonacci, it's all right. It's all right. It happens. All right. But, Slop, it all works out for everybody. Maybe next time, Ohio State can score more than 3 points in the championship game. We'll see how it works out for them, Hey, teach his own, pal. Good luck. Better luck next year. All right. So with that being said, I love you, Slop. I love you, bro. So with that being said, we got the cheaters. We got everything in front of us that tells us that the legacy system is going to kick the can down the road. I simply want you guys to understand something. And I want you to answer this question for me too, because I'm not a big conspiracy guy. I don't even like conspiracies. I don't even talk about them. But I want to ask you guys a question. When right, sure, y'all know me. I'm not a conspiracy guy. So when we're looking at politicians, right? Who's your and Mike? You can't answer this. Who's you guys' favorite politician? Go. Yeah. Oh, what do you mean? They're the best. They got like basketball cards for them and everything. Like, who's you guys' favorite politician? What politician really does the best job ever and has helped everybody in the system come up? And right? So we there you go. Like, and I know this is a heated topic, right? It's like Nancy Pelosi. I know that was gonna be Mike's for sure. Like, Nancy's my favorite. Love her portfolio, never loses. But I'm only saying this to you guys because politicians work for other people. Okay? You don't get in politics to make your own policies. You get in politics to do what you're told. Let's get that out the way. All right? And if you know what lobbyists are, I'm going to leave that right there on the table, and you can do whatever you want to do with that later on. All right? If you know what lobbyists are, that's a real thing. So let's get this straight. Our financial system hasn't been fixed. No laws have been passed to get these banks in order. And we're seeing all these big companies like Fidelity, BlackRock, JP Morgan, Charles Schwab, all these big entities coming in saying we got to get into crypto immediately. And they're having, let me see if I can pull this up for y'all too, because y'all know I'm always trying to show y'all something that you can go back and vet, right? All righty. I don't know. Elon should just keep Twitter, bro. Like, nobody types X when they're looking for Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, nobody does.
Weird.
All right. Let me see here. Yes. All right. There we go. So I want you guys to see this because I think it's important. All right. Boom. So just in, Valkyrie files registration of securities with SEC for its spot Bitcoin ETF. Like, they're all meeting today with the SEC. All right. This is a part of the process. This is a real thing that is happening today. They're mulling over the last bits and pieces of this information to get this stuff out here, guys. So I am just letting you guys know right now. Yes, it is a thing. Yes, it is happening. Yes, they are getting the whole process booked, dotted, labeled, stamped, filed, all of that stuff, right? So it's not a matter of, I don't know if it's gonna happen. Listen, this thing is literally on the horizon, weeks away, if not days away. Okay. So with that being said, these big companies are all flowing into here. I want to ask you guys something. Who does more lobbying? Okay? Who does more lobbying? Banks or everybody else? Mm-hmm. There you go. Because who got all the pool, right? So I'm simply saying this, y'all. If we know the banks pretty much make the decision, what was that? I can't remember who said it, but it says if you give, I think it was like Rockefeller. He said, if you give me control, Rothschild or Rockefeller, if you give me control of the nation's money, I care not who makes the laws.
Yeah.
I remember that statement, and I think about that all the time. And I think it might have been Rothschild, right? But I think over the years we've gotten into this thing where we play this game, this politics, where we think that everything we think that everything is fair and we're voting and it all makes sense and everybody's gonna be able to have their like guys like these these people have come in and decided we're going to play this kind of game and everybody else is going to have to catch up. And I'm watching them build they're getting ready to log into a new game. They're getting ready to go, banking 2.0, or should I say web 3.0, right? So I want you guys to know, like, this is not going to go away. And we're going to see a probably bigger situation realized with the financial system that we have. And a lot of them are going to start to move slowly over into crypto because they're building all the new structure for this space now. They're getting away from the traditional and they're leaning into the new. And we've been screaming this over and over and over, but I'm like, when you start seeing, like, it's hard enough to get one bank to do the right, to work together with everybody, let alone 4 or 5 banks all in agreement. Okay? 4 or 5 banks, big ones, all in agreement that we need to do this now. Like, okay, that something ain't stirring the Kool-Aid. Something is weird. When everybody's in agreement, that means everybody's looking to make a whole bunch of money. Yeah, so like I said, I'm not a conspiracy guy. I just want to give you all the facts. All right? So with that being said, I'm just going to, leave that there. You guys can do your research, put my tinfoil Michigan hat on. All right? And we're going to just keep it pushing. All right? No big whoop. Like, don't have to worry about it. Don't have to see my eyes. All right? Mike's got his beanie on. I got my hoodie on. Because it's cold out here. All right?
Yep.
So let's get back to the charts. Just wanted to make sure y'all saw what I saw. Now, with all of that, all right, let's get over here to this one here. So with all of that, right, what are we doing right now in the markets, right? We're testing the highs of our area of our 786, 886 zone. All right, let me get this out of the way, that we've had up here for a while. And I just want you guys to see, hey, the markets are definitely looking to make a bigger push. And I boxed up this area here. This is the bigger 50% 618 zone. Actually, let me bring that back up for you. All right. Get that out of the way. So this is the bigger 50% 618 zone right here, where we may see a deeper push, like Mike said, up into maybe 50K, 49K, where we might get that nice test and another push back down. So don't be upset if the market pushes higher and traps everybody thinking, oh, we've broken out. It's ready to go. We're above 45K. Let's go. And this thing goes right up to like around 50. And then that psychological number kicks in and we get a sell off. And it traps a bunch of people in the market. All right. So that's all. I just want to make sure you guys are paying attention to the signs and not getting caught up in the hype. Because listen, there is distractions afoot. And we're just getting into it. All right. And now here's the deal. If we see, let me see if I can pull this up for you. Do I have it open? Yes, I do. So if we see right up here, right, you guys see this one here, right there. All right. No, Mike's still here. He just got his camera off for a second. All right. So if we see right here that we got a potential deadline on the 10th of this month, that means that they may or may not approve. Now, I know everybody keeps saying we're going to get it before, we're going to get it before, we're going to get it before. With all the paperwork they're filing, it looks like we might get it before the 10th. Not even holding you guys up, like, because they are not, like, everything is speeding up now. All right? Like, I just showed you guys the one for Valkyrie, right? ARK Invest is due on the 10th. They have to make a decision on that date, right? This is the deadline. They can't postpone it anymore. And everybody else is around the, what is it? What, March? Yeah. Yeah. So everybody else is around March, right before the halving area. So we got a lot of things going on. And the thing is this: once they approve one, the floodgates. They're all going to get approved. It's not like these guys got to wait anymore. Once one's approved, there's nothing stopping every last one of them from being approved. And like I said before, it's hard enough to get 2 banks to do something in unison, let alone 5, 6, 7 banks all together, working together, right? If you ever seen Sesame Street, right? So you really want to get to a place where you start to see this in the mind frame of, okay, if all these guys are all looking at this saying this makes sense, and the rest of Congress and the rest of the government is taking their time, dragging their feet, just know lobbyists are going to come in with a ton of money to push the laws for these things to get passed. If you don't believe me, pay attention to how real estate gets done in other states. I've watched laws get changed for big entities to get real estate deals pushed through because it creates jobs for everybody, but it lines the pockets of maybe 6 to 7 people. And they don't mind paying to get that legislation pushed through, to get permits done easily, to get all kind of stuff done for contracting done. Like, yeah, it's a whole thing. So like I said before, don't think for 1 minute politicians sit at home and write out laws all day. No. They get offered a certain amount of money from lobbyists, and then after that, they start having their teams write up documents, and then they send it back to the lobbyists to see if they got everything and all their agendas in there, and they okay it, and then they push it into Congress to see if it can get passed, and some do, some don't, based on whoever is getting on the side of the lobbyists to get their things done. I mean, lobbyist is a fancy word for another word, starts with a B, sounds like IBE. All right, so I just want to make sure you guys are all bro. Listen. I'm gonna let Charlie put it in the chat right there. There you go. So
Yep.
and listen, when I found out what that was, because I'm a regular guy who's working, taking care of responsibilities. I never even thought about what the word lobbyist meant until I started looking into it when I started trading. And I'm like, bro, these people are just paying to get their stuff done. That's it. This is just, hey, I'll give you this money and you handle what I want you to do. I'm like, it blew my mind. I'll support your campaign and you support my campaign, right? So I want you guys to just be mindful of all the things that are happening in the background, and don't sit here, clicking your heels and whistling Dixie, hoping everything works out great. No, be strategic. Be mindful. Things are coming, and you got to start making decisions. And we talked about this before the new year, before Christmas. This year you're going to have to live a different type of lifestyle. You're going to have to live below your means. You're going to have a laser focus. You're going to have to be extremely intentional about what you want and what you're willing to give to get that. Because the distractions will come in every form this year to see if you truly want what you say you want. And I'm telling you now, Mike's been in this situation before. I've been in this situation before. Nick's been in this situation before, right? All the educators that have been here, that have seen bull markets come and go, we know the year that the bull market is running, your car is going to get 18 flat tires, okay? Right? All your friends are going to have a party on the same day, right? Everybody wants to talk to you on the phone until it's 5 a.m. Like, there's going to be everything that could possibly happen happening, right? Right? All of the kids get sick at the same time. It's like it's a thing, right? So you have to be very mindful, right? And the thing is, there's this thing that's going to trigger in the back of your head that's going to make you feel bad for being focused. Yeah, man. I'm warning y'all now. Y'all may think I'm cracking jokes. There's a thing that triggers in the back of your mind that makes you feel bad for being focused, because you're going to say, I'm being selfish. Okay? And that's the part where success requires a certain level of selfishness. I'm just going to be straight up with you. You can't help nobody else till you help yourself, right? You don't give from your cup until it's what? Somebody put it in the chat for me. All right? You can't give from your cup until it's what? Not just full, but doing something. All right? Overflowing, right? The Bible tells you can give from the overflow. All right? From the abundance. All right? Because if you constantly pour in somebody else's cup, you will never be able to get your cup filled. All right? And people who want you to keep pouring into their cup while your cup's not filled, those are the selfish people. All right? So I'll need you to really be in that mind frame moving forward, because it's coming. It's coming. There's one thing I will take from that Cat Williams thing. He said, God's people are not too few. Don't think for 1 minute folks ain't out here trying to have your back. Because I know some people, everybody's trying to scam you. Everybody's trying to. Now, during your email, yeah, they're trying to scam you. I'm not going to hold you. And then you email, they're for sure scamming. I'm not even about to play with you. They for sure want some private keys. So yeah, but people inside of IM on these chats in these go lives, like we're here doing the research to make sure that you guys. Well, you know what? I'm gonna speak for me and Mike. I can't speak for everybody, bro. Cause I don't even want to put that kind of weight on us right now. I'm gonna put that weight on just me and Mike. Cause I know my bro work. I know I work. I know we all sit here and do the research to make sure that you guys get the very best information, right? Right. And I pray that everybody has the same intention. But I know inside of what we do, we hold each other accountable in here. All right. So with that being
Yeah.
said, I'm thankful and I'm grateful that you guys have been here and been doing the work. And I know I'm preaching to the choir. Y'all already got a crazy work ethic. Y'all don't miss go live sessions, right? It's a whole vibe over here, right? But in the same instance, like I always want to make sure that you guys have the right vision in where you're going and knowing that course correction is natural. Course correction is a part of the journey. Like, don't feel like, oh, I made a mistake, so I got to start from scratch. Like, no, it's just course correcting. You figure out what you did wrong, you get better at it, right? That's it. You're not going to be perfect the first go. You're not going to be perfect the 19th go, right? The whole point of falling over is so you can get better, right? Anybody who hasn't made a mistake, that's because they ain't ever did nothing, all right? So if
Facts.
somebody's judging you about your mistake, oh, you didn't do this, or oh, that didn't work out, oh, that coin wasn't the best, all this and that. Okay. And for the one project that didn't work, there was 14 others that was phenomenal, right? So get over it. Welcome to Earth, right? We all go stumble a little bit. That's what gravity's for, right? You just learn to get up. That's all this is. That's all this stuff is, family. So just be excited and be encouraged in this time because you guys are about to be a part of something that more than likely will never take place again. And I can't even stress that hard enough. Like you guys are going to be witness and participants to something that will never take place again.
Mic drop. That's it.
It's
Good
to the
night.
table. I can't drop it.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you in 2025. Don't
All right,
quit.
family. Good luck. I appreciate everybody. Good night.
Yeah, that's
He left too. All right.
imagine we just let the stream
Right,
stay
like
on.
for a whole hour, just let it play out. Like, all right, well, there's that.
Yeah, we might get in some trouble.
Just a little bit.
Ah,
Just a little bit.
I mean, Kurt's dropping bars over here today, and not the candy ones, you know. From a charting standpoint, I mean, really, that's really all I have here today. It's a lot of tricks. We had Bitcoin, right, from December 10th, right, start creating these highs and lows. And then we talked about this liquidity right here getting taken out. And that's what we just had. We just had a huge run to the upside. What's interesting, Kurt, is the 10th, right, is the ARK Investments. They're right now selling like Coinbase shares and they're doing a bunch of stuff. But let's say that gets denied, right? Think about this. What's the main question that the world's gonna ask? Why?
Yep.
Why?
Yep.
And that if there's like an explanation or a reason, it could delay, prolong, or speed up. And maybe these other ETF companies that are registering, they have to do it in a different way. So just kind of think about that by the 10th. If it's denied, why? Because that's going to be really interesting. But anyways, from a chart standpoint, from this low, I'm going to redraw this fib. From this wick right here to this high, we had price come back. So we had price break structure, pull back, never broke the 88%. And then boom, you had buyers step into the market. Now, doesn't that make sense? Because on Solana, on SwipeCoin yesterday, does everybody in the chat know how to take a trade? Put a yes or no in the chat. And if you don't, we got bigger issues here.
I'm about to say, man, we got way bigger fish to fry. There's a big no in the chat.
Yeah. Okay. So Solana, we called this out yesterday on the 15-minute time frame at 97.32. So at 97, this was on the 15-minute time frame. I'm just going to go to the 30-minute here. Okay. The idea was called out right here. Sorry, price went down a couple pips. Came back to our entry. And now is about to hit exit one. We're almost floating 1,000 points in the correct direction on Solana. Let me know if you caught this in the chat. Okay, you have the exits, 108, 115. We're about to hit exit one. So the point of why I'm sharing that is because when the market had that flash crash, you had all of this. I'm actually going to open this up. You actually had a lot of volume come into the market. right here, right? A lot of selling volume, right? A lot of volume came in this level. But then you can see how the volume started to trickle down, but then buyers started to show up, or the candle started to go higher. So be aware that these flash crashes, these are bullish events, in my opinion, right now, until bigger time frames get to like some of these targets of like 48 to 52, which is where I want to see. Even that extension that I just on that fib I just drew, I really like that level. Um, and I think Kurt, you already kind of showed like the dollar, but like the dollar here is, let's go to the weekly. It definitely can come into this candle, buy to sell move, fill, and then continue to the downside.
Yeah.
We have tomorrow NFP, and we have unemployment tomorrow morning for US
Good
and
old
CAS.
non-farm payroll.
Yeah, let's see how the economy's doing, or people, whatever, manipulated numbers. It doesn't matter. So I mean, our analysis really hasn't changed. XRP, I called this out on the app in the
Bro,
chats,
crazy pullback.
right into our 50-cent level. And you can see here, XRP has these like perfect equal highs right there. These imbalances were already filled. That was bad. These imbalances were already filled right here and right here. So really that next run, I'd be looking for 115 for XRP. Now here's the thing that definitely does scare me is this trend line right there. We need this to really hold and come back up here because I think we can come back for this later on for XRP. So we're going to really need to be paying attention to these charts here, everything versus Bitcoin. And XRP actually just swept that low, and it looks like it wants to accumulate here.
Well, here's my question to you, Mike. In this instance, like you talked about earlier, which I think was a great point, if they do delay it, right, or they do deny the ARK Invest application, and everybody starts screaming why on crypto Twitter, because they're going, oh, it's going to be a
Oh yeah,
smorgasbord of negativity on crypto Twitter, that could create the narrative for the pullback. Because right now there's just so much
yeah,
anticipation and hype for
yeah,
bull energy, bull energy, bull energy. That could be the one thing that finally gives us the pullback that we were
yeah,
looking for, and then gives us that healthier, conditions for everything to drop, and it kind of satisfies the appetite for every other big entity that wants to buy crypto at a cheaper price right before everything gets approved, and then we get the big move up. So I see a
yeah,
potential denial as a big part of the narrative that makes BlackRock happy and Fidelity happy, and then ARK Invest just kind of eats the
yeah,
application being denied, I guess, for another 3 months, and they're going to get pushed through like everybody else is down the line anyway. So,
yeah.
and the thing is, I don't know. I guess does the SEC want Cathie Wood to be the poster boy that gets it first, right? Like, or do they want Larry Fink to be the one who gets it first, right? So it's kind of like one of those, because everything has these weird narratives now. Like we live in a movie. Everything has to be dramatic and cinematic and have a backstory to it for the movie that they're gonna make in a couple of years. Like, it's weird, bro. So I look at that like this is a perfect opportunity for them to manipulate price lower. Everybody gets what they want, right? That last little bit of fear, right? Traps everybody in it. Everybody will think, oh, it's going to get approved in the next day, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day. And then they trap everybody at around 40K, 45K, 50K. And we get a
Yeah.
nice sell off down. And from there, bro, it's just barbecue chicken. Everybody's portfolios look like, they're at the, at Vegas walking around with a gold chain and a Mai Tai in their hand.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, they could easily deny a couple of these things, and then we have the reversal, and then they just approve a random one when we're somewhere down here, which from a chart wise, that would make a lot of sense. So, let's see if we can rally into the 50s or close to it before the 10th.
Man.
7, 8, 9, 10,
Whew.
and then a rejection. That would be wild. The thing
Bro,
is,
if
though,
that bad boy hits 50 and we get rejected, I'm gonna look like Drake on the beach in that Too Sexy video. Okay, that's that's gonna be me if it hits 50. Like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be all
make sure
bad.
you hit that short button. You gotta hit that short button. Um, I was looking at CoinGecko, and you can see, like, it's like getting ready for a bull market when like 1,000 coins were created this week, like 1,000 new coins registered on CoinGecko like this week. So it's just more scams, more trash out there.
Yeah.
I'm looking at our watch list, or from my watch list, for example. We talked about Vitalik's tweet yesterday. This thing actually had a nice fall back to 11. Buyers came right back in. That's looking really good. You brought up Kusama yesterday. I'd like to see Kusama come to like under 40,
Oh man, bro.
and I think that might be a nice level.
It
Um,
looks like it has the most. It has one of the most beneficial like growth to
yeah.
dip ratios right now inside of a lot of projects. Like I was looking at Dot, and I'm thinking like Dot is beautiful. I love Dot. I know what it's gonna do. I have a great a great expectation for where it could potentially go. But like with Kusama, it always follows Dot, and I'm like, just getting back to 50% of where it was would be phenomenal, bro. So I'm like, dude, from $40 to 300 is like, come on now,
Yeah.
come on now. And I'm like looking at Dot, I'm like, yeah, we're $50, $60 was the top of Dot, and I'm like, yeah, we're at around like $8, $7. I'm like, I love Dot, but Kusama has the bigger. You get more juice for the squeeze if you get my drift on this one. So, and I know Kusama has that kind of power to make those big runs like that, so it just does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, what's their let's take a look at their market cap real quick. Can you store this on Ledger?
Yeah, yep,
And
yep,
everybody sees this. This is a big reason.
yep.
10 million.
Yeah, bro. That's why I like their test network so much. And the thing is, like, it reminds me of Litecoin so much because it's a real network. It's not like you got to come in here and none of it matters. Like, there's consequences on their test network, right? Everything that happens on there is final. So you have to make it through Kusama's test network just to get to Polkadot. So
Yeah.
by the time you land on Dot, it's a working product. It's not we didn't know it didn't do that. We never saw that before. Like, nah, bro, you had all that time on Kusama to figure that out.
Yeah, it's like imagine every like meme coin, like or every new token had to go to through like
A
school or
vetting
like
phase.
yeah.
Yeah. So like I love that model that they have to run it through Kusama, and that means they gotta actually put the money in there to test it. So
Yeah.
it gives you a benefit of holding it because now it does it's a work in progress deal. So and I think throughout the years Kusama may become its own independent network for people that just want to stay on Kusama.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening.
Because Polkadot
Uh,
doesn't have an infinite amount of parachains. You can only get so many on Dot. So yeah, Kusama could be a real big deal, especially with that small supply.
yeah, if let's
Bruh.
see if this thing can
Yeah, exactly.
make a little jump off this cliff real quick for me. Um, that's what I'm praying for here. IOB, a lot of buyers showed up to the zone right here. Why is that looking like that? On this weekly candle, let's go to like 4 hour. We dipped all the way down to $77. Buyers
Yeah.
came in. We haven't seen a break of structure yet, so we need to see that above 100. But that could be a nice little run. Filecoin, we haven't had the nice pullback. Oh, we got close. I've been watching this. Yeah, I mean, you guys can see that this thing dropped and buyers stepped right back in, just like Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Adam, we talked about Adam, I think, yesterday. So you guys can see, like, there is a strong demand right now for buyers to come back in. That's why we don't buy on green days and we buy on red days.
Can
Just
you pull
simple.
up Maker?
Yeah, you just want to make everybody feel bad, don't you?
Yeah.
That's that's what that's what
I
Kurt
just
wants.
wanted to talk about for a second.
Yeah.
So everybody was upset. Like not everybody, a few people were upset because we got newer students, and some people are like, "Oh man, I missed out. I joined the company recently, and I wasn't able to be there when you guys dropped this. Is there any opportunity for another re-entry on Maker potentially?" So I wanted to talk about it because some students, they just got here, so I don't want to make them feel bad for being
Yeah.
late. You get here
Yeah,
when you get here, and we're just happy to have you.
for
So
sure.
when we see projects like this, no, we're not telling you to get it right now. Like Maker is a phenomenal project, does amazing job at what it does when it comes to DeFi and managing the funds that flow in and out of Ethereum. But the thing with Maker right now that's getting it this big push so fast is that they're looking to leave the Ethereum network and create their own independent network, and they want
Yeah.
to be able to do what they've done for Ethereum for other blockchains as well. Now the issue is that Vitalik, right, the main developer, the main creator, the head creator for Ethereum, isn't very happy about that because he wanted Maker to stay underneath the Ethereum umbrella, and Maker's like, you don't control us, so
Yeah.
have a seat,
Yeah.
have several seats. So, you know how it is. Like Vitalik's he's gotten in such a groove with having everything run through ETH. He kind of gets a little perturbed when things leave the network and do their own thing. Like he does this every time. Like he did it when Charles Hoskinson left and created Cardano. He did it when
Yeah.
CZ left the Ethereum blockchain and made their own coin with BNB. Like he does this. It's one of his things. He has his little tantrums and he gets over it in a couple months. So with Maker doing this, I think it's a phenomenal premise for them to keep going and do their thing for other networks because they're really good at what they do. And it can be very healthy and beneficial for the crypto space and the DeFi space especially. But you have to be patient with projects like this when you're excited about it. I know I'm talking fast. So you got to be patient with these kind of projects. So you need to be able to wait for that pullback, find some good levels. I think 1500 is a good level, but I want to make sure that you guys are patient about this. All right? We cleared the level, we came back and we saw a little bit of a touch of it, right? So I want to make sure you guys are just being patient. Like that wick right there that came back and hit it. I think there's still some demand at that zone. So if and when we do see a nice pullback, considering what happens with ARK Invest, it's all kind of speculation at this point. But if that narrative does play out and we start to see a sell off and Maker does dip, I think 1500 is a great place to DCA in. Anything below 1,000 at this point is fair game. Just being straight up with you guys. Anything below 1,000 is fair game for Maker. Because we told you guys at 5, we told you guys at 6, we told you guys at 7. I said anything at $700 for Maker, you're happy. You're gonna be happy. Everybody, oh no, I wait for it to come back. I'm like, okay. This is not a normal project. This is not like a regular DeFi thing. This is like the central bank of DeFi. So when it was at 500, I'm like, bro, it's not gonna be there very long. And you see the max supply. Tell me them tokenomics ain't listen, I'm gonna use my politically correct words. Tell me those tokenomics aren't attractive. All right, I almost said sexy. All right, but listen, that right there, that's win-win situation all day long. 1,000,000 coins? Really? 1,000,000 coins.
Yeah, this is one of the projects that you just don't bet against it in a way.
Man,
So,
it's like betting against Chainlink. It's like, oh, Chainlink's a scam. Like, bro,
yeah.
go have a seat. Go somewhere else. Like, I'm not about to have that conversation with nobody about Chainlink being a scam, about Ethereum falling apart in a couple of days, like Bitcoin being a scam. Like, people say some of the wildest stuff, and they just look me right in the face like, that's right, I said it. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm smooth. I'm not about to entertain it. I can't do it.
And you guys can see, like, when a project, especially like in DeFi, wants to run, or in any category, there's a subcategory. So it's like when ETH and Maker and like bigger projects run in DeFi, what could run next? So like I'm looking at Compound here, and I think this will do a Maker type move. It's at $53, had a
Mm-hmm.
nice pullback, broke structure. We held this level. Anything, guys, in this level, I put this also. I'm pretty sure I posted this yesterday in the exchange chat. Yes, this is a re-entry zone for Compound. Okay.
Yeah.
One of the projects that even if like Bitcoin and ETH fall, like maybe this drops like $5-10. It's not gonna like just go to like $15. And it actually went under the ICO price. I think it was like at 25 or $30 the ICO price. I can't remember, but
I
it
wanted to
went
talk to you
under.
about this when you dropped this on the app too, bro. Not to cut you off. I did want to
No, you're
talk to you
good.
about this. Like I thought when you dropped this, I was like, listen, Mike is playing 3D chess right now with that position because that is a very smart position. Because I told you guys that what's going on right now with Maker, they're looking to leave the Ethereum network and Compound exists on what network, right? So with Vitalik feeling the way that he feels, he may look to recircumvent everything through a brand new project that's on each network, in which project has more veteranship than Compound and DeFi, right? Compound is like the original DeFi network. So if they
Yeah.
add a couple of checks and balances and a few things that's going on, like how Maker runs, Compound could see a huge influx of capital. Now we got to look at Compound's tokenomics. It's not the same as Maker, but at the same time, it does give it an opportunity to come in and see a nice jump, right? Like this project may not see that crazy jump because Maker only has 1,000,000 coins. Compound has 10 times that. But if you think about just the initial amount of capital that can come in,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you look at
yeah,
market cap, like, dude, it's like not even at
yeah,
$1 billion.
it could go absolutely wild. It could go nuclear with the amount of capital that ETH would drag from Maker into Compound. And Compound is reputable. Like they go to other networks and help them build DeFi projects. Like they copy Compound's code. Like Dot, the top DeFi project on Dot is just a clone of Compound. So
Yep.
it happens. Like these guys have been around. Like they were one of the original DeFi coins. So I think that makes a lot of sense. So like I said, when you dropped that, I was like, oh yeah, Mike's doing the Lord's work right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Just trying to put people
that's a
on.
lit entry right there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to put people on, and what did Drake say? Keeping, keeping my family fed is my only peace of mind now.
Bruh,
Yeah,
I don't know what else to do.
yeah,
Like everything else, it seems a little boring at this point.
yeah. So we got well, not Maker, and like you look at like Aave for example. Like Aave, we caught this at these lows down here on the app. Aave already hit exit one, but like this is like kind of where it looks the same. This is where Compound is today. Aave already
Bruh.
made that move and then boom, took off. It's the same thing. Like, and they're both very similar type protocols. Aave has, I think, 16 million tokens. But who has Aave in their portfolio? I mean, look, Aave is 1.5 billion. So if Compound gets to where Aave's at, that's a 5x in price. It's a $250 compound. Aave just a little bit bigger. They're more cross chain. If you look at like DeFi Llama here, you can see, I think Aave's on more chains. Yeah, Aave's on 10 chains, Compound's on 4. And that's fine. So that's a project that's already running. I would not be chasing this. This thing could definitely pull back.
Oh,
So there's very few projects, guys, that I like at these current levels. For new people, you're really just waiting. Like you're waiting for pullbacks to like really
you mind if
start.
I show this right quick to kind of illustrate your
Oh
point?
yeah,
Let me bring
yeah,
this up for just a second. Let me share my screen because I just popped it up here like you can see it. All right. This is kind of just speaking to what Mike just showed you guys, and I've been showing this slide for a long time now. So let me just kind of there we go. Okay, so can you see that, Mike?
yeah. You're good.
Okay, so I've been showing this for like years, right? You got layer zero basically, which is Ethereum, and then you got the next project behind that is what?
Yeah,
Maker.
Maker.
Right after that, you got NUO, DYDX,
Yep.
Compound. Now we know DYDX is leaning harder into the decentralized exchange, but Compound
Yeah.
is more similar to Maker than any of these other layers. So when I saw you drop that, I said, oh, that makes way more sense than anybody's going to be able to pay attention to. That
Yep.
value when Maker exits could slide right into this, and Compound could take this position right here. That's what I want you guys to see when we talk about this stuff. That's all it is. Like I'm not trying to get you guys hyped up about that. I'm like, no, there's levels to Ethereum, and you can see all the stuff that's happening. But I want you guys to be able to say, okay, this makes way more sense when I can see the actual picture representation of how these projects have lined up in Ethereum's actual matrix and hierarchy. So yes, with Maker leaving to make their own blockchain, they may try to still work through ETH. Vitalik may be a little more about that, and he may want to run with something that's been a little more consistent and loyal. So yeah, I'm just saying. DYDX is nice, but it doesn't do what Compound does. It can't even mimic what Maker does right now. This is more similar to a Uniswap, if anything, right? It kind of mimics that. So just making sure you guys are seeing that. Hopefully it makes sense. Give me a 222 in the chat if it's clicking for you, starting to kind of see the logic behind why we talk about certain projects, and you see certain things lining up in the app at the time you get it. Because you don't want to give you the product like, oh, guess what? Ethereum's leaning on Compound, and we're 4 months into the bull run, and you could have got it at $40, right? Like you want to see this stuff now. So that's what I said when he dropped it. I was like, oh yeah, he's definitely doing the Lord's work right there with that setup. But yeah, no, I mean to cut you off. You finish doing your thing, bro. I just wanted to illustrate
Oh, you're
that
good.
so everybody can see the logic behind those setups that you guys get in the app.
Yeah, no, bro, that's a great. I mean, really, really good point. And like, that's another thing with like myself and Kurt and all of our educators. Like anybody can go like, okay, well, here's my crypto list, and they give you all these coins.
Mm-hmm.
Well, show me when. Okay, show me what price points, because I could give you a list right now. me and Kurt dropped the list, what, in April of
Yep.
this year? It's in our Go Socials. The proof's there in the pudding. Some of you guys were able to catch some of those portfolios. I mean, 8 out of 10 of those projects probably are in the right direction right now. So anybody can give you a list. Anybody can go on YouTube and say, scream out these coins. Oh, but Maker's a great project. But does it make sense to buy it at 1,800 after it just went up 300% this year? Probably not a good idea. So just be aware. Like, that's why we're looking at specific projects like today. Like yesterday, I was looking at Illuvium because it was like under $80 and had a nice pullback from the top. But just, we always have to keep in mind of what Bitcoin and Ether are doing. And these are playing with fire here. If Bitcoin rejects this candle and then it takes out this low, we could see a break of structure. This pullback could be it. And then boom, now we start trading down.
Yep.
So I'm really watching to see if this low is taken out. And if this is taken out and creates a lower high, our next go live session, I'm going to be saying, hey, we should probably go to stablecoin on 30 to 40% of our portfolio. If these lows are taken out and price doesn't create a new high.
Nobody ever more broke taking profits.
Be aware, like, there's money chilling here. There's imbalances in these candles here. Just be very aware of Monday's class on my channel and Wednesday with me and Kurt next week. Because what day is the 10th? The 10th is going to be on Wednesday. Okay, next Wednesday. We're going to know probably that morning if they're going to approve or deny Cathie Wood's ETF. So next Wednesday is going to be a fireworks show on this go live. Yeah. So that's really it, bro, on my end. I mean, there's not a lot to talk about here today.
Yeah, I'm looking in the chat. They're talking about one of the low cap coins. I told you guys these low cap projects are going. You got to be patient with it. Some of you guys said it had a hack. Somebody came in and messed with it. Yeah. So here's the deal. Like with Gamma, it's down 47% today. All right. This project is a low cap. Do you see what number it is on CoinGecko? Like, it's in the thousands. Okay. I'll tell you guys, like, I like this project because of what it can do for Uniswap. And I know that Uniswap's going to see a ton of money flowing into it. All right. But when you look at the market capitalization, it's not taking a crazy hit. This project is in the thousands and it still has, around the same amount it had in it when I showed you guys. So be patient. Don't think you got to throw. I keep telling you guys, don't throw a lot of money at this stuff. These projects are still really, really new. That TVL is ridiculous. It's going to do certain things for DEXs that they need these automated market makers to come in and help them grow. Gamma does that. Unipilot does that. They're not, and they're brand new projects, right? Because after Uniswap went to UniV3, they have to have these layer 2 solutions like this or layer 3 solutions like this to come in and help them with their scaling problems. So yes, they've opened the door for more innovation, but I'm just simply telling you, opportunities like this, get it while it's cheap if you like it. If not, leave it alone and find another project inside the low caps to get involved with. That's why I tell you guys, small amounts of money, man, go a long way inside of this area. None of these projects on the low caps are meant to be home run hitters every single time. Like, some of these are going to go to zero. I keep telling y'all that. Some of these low cap projects are going to disappear. Okay? You don't want to lean on these in your portfolio. This is why I say you can't even put this into a wallet yet. Okay? Like, you got to be really, 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 really careful with these. Like, don't think I'm just giving you stuff to buy. Keep researching them. Okay? This is a whole new subset in crypto that's never existed. So yes, they're going to have issues. They're going to have holes. They're going to have like areas they got to fix and solve. Don't think they're going to come out just perfect on the first go around. That's why I keep trying to reiterate. Low cap coins are dangerous. If you can't handle them, then you got to get out the kitchen. Stick with the mid cap, stick with the main cap. You'll be fine. All right. These are scary territory. Okay. Like, don't wig out. You see, oh my, it's down 80%. Yeah. They're very risky, but they have high upsides. Okay. And they, like they just said, they're going to more likely fix that problem they had. They'll get over it. And I'm glad they're having them now before tons of money is flowing inside of these networks. So just be patient, family. You'll be okay.
I mean, people forget, bro. Like Ethereum was hacked. Everybody's been hacked, okay? Everybody's had issues.
Yeah, in the early days, like, I mean, they're going to try this stuff. Like, all these These people that are on the web constantly looking for holes to scam and steal and hack and DOS attack and all that kind of stuff, they spend their entire day trying to find ways to steal. So
Yeah.
yes, they're gonna find holes in some of these networks. So I keep telling you guys, be mindful of the ones you're looking at. Try to lean into the ones that have been tried and true, tested. They've been here. That's why we gave you guys tiers on your watch list, so you know main cap has a network effect. People are working on these all the time. Mid caps, they're good. They're getting there. They have potential to be on the main cap. Low caps are very risky.
Yeah.
Some of these things are like weeks old at that. So yeah, you gotta be careful, fam.
Facts. Well, guys, it's been a great session. We'll see what happens with the ETF news. We'll update you guys on the app regarding the swipe coin idea from leverage. Reduce risk on that. We're about to hit exit 1 for 1,000 points. Stay plugged into these sessions that we're doing. And we'll see you guys on my class Monday. And then me and Kurt back on Wednesday with some Kathy Wood conversation. So
Yes,
you guys have a great weekend. I got another call I got to jump on here.
I didn't even know you
bro.
had your God hat on, bro. To put on my Yahweh hat, man. I had my whole Yahweh hat sitting on the man.
Come on. Come on. All right, guys. Hi, fam.
All right, bro. All right, family. I appreciate you guys as always. Yeah, y'all, you know, I had it sitting over there like that. It's just give me that hat. It's a nice one too. It's got the Yahweh on the front, and then it's got the Elohim on there. It's got the Yahweh on there with the Bible verse, and then it's got World Champion on the side. Like, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I got another one that says God won on the front. I got a whole like jacket I can't wait to wear it with. You see here, sold to 500, yes sir. All right, fam. Look, I appreciate you guys as always, man. The vibes are real, man. I appreciate Mike doing his thing, always dropping the heat, coming with the sauce. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first week of the new year. Be grateful, be excited, be encouraged, be enthusiastic. Let's make sure we attack this year with a certain level of focus, a certain level of intention. We do not let the distractions come in and just discourage and dismay and bring our vibrations lower. We have to stay on the high level vibration. And absolutely, I'm going to be in Budapest. You already know this, all right? I couldn't make it to Croatia. I'm being in Budapest, all right, family? So that being said, I appreciate you guys. And as usual, and as always, stay patient, stay disciplined, and the gains will come. We out. And, oh yeah. Good night, everybody. Stay blessed, family. Love you guys. I will see you guys on Monday on my personal channel. Got to get into the sauce. Like I said, we'll keep you guys updated if we see anything happening with the ARK Invest news or anything happening with ETFs. So stay tuned to the app because right now we are in like the fourth quarter crunch time. It's about to go down. All right, so don't get distracted. Stay tuned. It's wild. Like I said, you got to be in it to win it. All right, some of you guys sitting on the sideline like, I don't know, I'm going to wait. You're never going to see those prices again, family. I'm just letting you know now. Some of these levels you guys are seeing, even after the pullback, some of the levels we're at now will still be good levels. All right, so I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Let's get this bag. Let's go. Let's go.